to load into the hip into relative internal rotation and then explode back into the other hip again into relative internal rotation and decelerate. To do that, it's a good idea to have a great foundation of stability and strength within the hips and lumbar pelvis. Now, these are gliding discs. These are the hard shell ones, useful for carpeted surfaces. I just want to show you some ideas of how you can develop some stability and strength movement skills within the hip just using these. We're going to start off, I'm going to use the wall for feedback. I'm going to pop the gliding disc on the outside foot, get quite close to the wall, because what I want to do is use that wall to make sure that I stay stacked up, so I don't counterbalance or drift. And from here I'm just going to perform a dip with a push out of the outside leg. And I'm driving through and into this hip and into the gluteal group next door to the wall. Another way you can do that is to use a stick or a golf club as your indicator. And in this case, I'm going to have this as my target so that my stance leg drives towards it. Similar exercise. I'm using that as my target. As I get more confident, I can push out further, push my hands forward, which allows me to load even deeper into the gluteal group and into the hip. I could put that stick across my back, because now that will give me some indication if I'm keeping my upper quadrant, my shoulders in line, that I'm not counterbalancing or creating a drift movement. I'll show you another version. I'm going to use a wall again, just as an indicator to keep me aligned. And I'm going to use some dumbbells. These are 3 kilogram dumbbells. That's more than heavy enough. And I get quite tight to the wall again, just to stop me from drifting. If I drive my right leg back, I then also need to drive my right arm forwards. That will get me in the right apposition position. So, from here, I'm going to drive forwards with my leg and then back and add a running action. And as I get confident, really swing those dumbbells. And this is a great strength and stability challenge. It's quad and glute dominant. If you've not done this before, maybe only 30 to 40 seconds to start off. It's pretty tough. Let's go back to using the stick again now. And place the stick in front of you. The gap, fair gap between your feet and the end of the stick. I'm going to take one of the gliders. I'm going to use a more complex pattern involving rotation around the hip now. It looks a little bit like this. We're going to slide into this position and then around. Into this position and then around. Relative internal rotation here. You can see I'm loading into the hip and then into relative internal rotation. A combination of movements will really find out some strength and stability skills within this lead hip. So now that we've got some foundation strength and stability skills developed, we can just take that into a much more functional exercise now. And we're going to step on 2 gliders. Really the forefoot is weight bearing on the gliders. You can see that they're quite slippery. And now I'm going to take a swinging, striking action. And you can see if I really go for it, I lose control of my feet. Now, I'm going to try and use these stability skills, use the strength foundation, the pillar strength, just to grip onto the ground via the discs and still try and perform a striking pattern without losing control of my feet. Still trying to keep good spinal rotation, and I can really feel myself almost gripping into the floor. You kick those away now and go back into a striking pattern. It's just straight away feels like your feet are stuck to the ground. You're using your new strength and stability movement skills. So that's just a simple combination of a few exercises you could use glider discs for, particularly in preparation with striking athletes. Thanks for watching, and check out www.physical-solutions.co.uk.